Hello everyone, I am Attract. This is Slay the Spire. So on the screen, I did a run last night on stream, last night obviously before recording this, and I finished unlocking everything for the silent, so these are the final unlocks. On the left you have Concentrate, 0 cost skill, discard 3 cards, gain 2 energy. I mean, you know, in a discard deck, I guess it's an enabler to keep going. Ideal situations, you discard like the one that does damage, the one that draws you a card, and the one that draws you a card, and then you gain 2 energy to keep kind of looping, and you refill your hands with the ones that draw a card when you discard them, etc. Whatever. It could be okay for enabling like energy plays. The cost seems a little prohibitive. Whatever. Setup, 1 cost skill, place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. It costs 0 until it's played. I don't really see any use for this card, honestly. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can set up, like, if you know the patterns of a boss, you could set up, like, a dash if you needed a really high block, or some kind of 3-cost card or something, I don't know. Grand Finale can only be played, one cost attack can only be played if there are no cards in your draw pile, deal 40 damage to all enemies. Once again, just the cost is too prohibitive, I think. If you have a way of manipulating your deck with a lot of draw and discard, as long as you don't shuffle, it could be okay, but I don't know. Anyways, let's just hop into it. So as you can see, everything unlocked, Alright, sorry about that, the dog was going berserk. Doing this a little bit earlier in the morning. Woke up a little early, so people are probably getting ready for work. Anyways, let's do a silent run. Maybe we can see some of the new cards, maybe get some use out of them. I kind of doubt it, but I think we just want the max HP. Silent does kind of start with low HP, so let's see here. I think we take this question mark route. What's this route look like? It's question mark route. There's a lot of campfires up here that we can use. Maybe get this elite to give us something good. Maybe I wanted to go the other way in case the quick merchant did something, but I kind of doubt that the merchant will do much for us that early on. So we want to play a little bit safer, I think, in the early game, when we don't have many ways to actually kill things. I think we just want to be slightly defensive. I think we take this guy out and then just defend it. I think that the silent is, at least for me, is an archetype that isn't like solved yet, if that makes sense. I think I like Dagger Spray. Like, I feel like the Ironclad I've kind of quote-unquote solved already. Neutralize is a really good upgrade. Like, I know what I should be doing when, and what cards are really good and what cards aren't, but it feels like the silent I'm still kind of trying to figure out even after all this time. I don't know how many silent victories I've had. Maybe 1 or 2. I think I've got like... Wow, that's a pretty bad draw. I've got, I think, like 8 victories total, maybe, over the course of playing this game. And I think most of them are Ironclad, honestly. I might have 1 or 2 silent victories. So there's the new card, Concentrate. I mean, we could pick it up. I think I'm gonna pick it up. It's kind of one of those cards that might be good. I think we just do take the curse, because we have a merchant right here that we can just get rid of it at. Unless there's something better. Okay, Slice, not really great. Quick Slash? Excuse me, Quick Slash is pretty good. Let's get rid of this curse. Let's see what we can still afford. We can still afford Regal Pillow, which is like okay, but I'd rather not spend all of my money on that. I might just want like a quick slash. So Panache is really good in, you know what, I'm going to pick up Panache and try and enable it. It's really good in decks that you can, so this makes you only discard 2, okay. So that could be a benefit or a downside depending on what you're going for. I think I'll upgrade it right now. Make it a little less prohibitive on the cost. Yeah, you see if you draw it in your opening hand, like, I don't really know what I would discard here to gain extra energy, but because I would need to play 2 defends anyways, and then like I'd have to discard a defend and a strike to be able to do nothing. Obviously with like things like Ice Cream it becomes really good, but obviously Ice Cream on its own is just absurd anyways, so why would it matter how good it is with Ice Cream? Ice Cream's already like one of the best relics in the game. Taking 1 damage is okay. I'd prefer not to, but might as well just play it to get it out of my hand. There's no real, or to get it out of my deck, excuse me. There's no real other reason to play that. But I think that if we can pick up some draw discard stuff, that... Okay. I thought for sure that was actually going to kill him. I did not do my math properly. I think Panache is definitely better in the Silent deck than it is in any other deck. Let me think here. Dodge and roll is okay, but I don't think it's... yeah, I'll take 1. I don't know if it's really what we want to be having right now, but it does give 6 block for 2 turns, or over 12 block over the course of 2 turns, I guess would probably be more accurate to say. Tori, okay. Tori? I don't know. Seems okay. Let's see here. I mean, it's free to play that, so I might as well. Does this trigger their, That is the alarm on my phone going off. Yes, hello alarm. How are you doing? So that does not trigger their, curl up, which is interesting. So I think that's a pretty good use of the explosive potion. I don't really know of much other use for it. It's kind of a weaker potion, I'd say. If I had to give my opinion on it. Masterful Stab? I think Dagger Throw might just be better. We need some card removal at this point. Yeah, thank you. Okay. See, I don't know if we want card removal or card transformation. I think we just want to remove a card, and we'll remove a strike. We've already got 2 cards that are just better than strikes. This is the worst fight. So I am playing on a the January 11th patch. So this fight is a lot less terrible. But it is still a very bad fight. Basically what they changed about this fight is instead of giving you wounds, which I had been complaining about in previous videos, they give you dazes now. So your deck won't be just filled up with unplayable wounds. You'll just get dazes, which is really quite nice. Wow, this is gonna be awful. I guess I can just play that for no reason. There you go, I don't know. We're gonna take damage, which is awful. Thankfully we blocked and we Blocked enough to make Tori reduce it to 1. I think we want to kill the one with the least HP. And I think, honestly, we may need to just defend once here and go slightly aggressive while we have the opportunity. While 2 of them are dazing, or 3 of them are dazing, you want to get as much damage in as possible, I think. Obviously, thank you once again, Tori. Is this a rare relic? It is. And we just picked it up, what, randomly? Out of a... Oh, we picked it up out of a chest. Still pretty good, but... Concentrate, I guess, with dazes is nice. We're just gonna kind of play out our hand here. I don't want to discard it because I do want Ethereal the trigger. Yeah, just keep throwing the dazes into my hand. Without any real draw discard right now, we're in kind of a bad spot. Shoot, man. Obviously I think I take that out, but then do I block or dagger throw? Do we have a campfire after this? No, we have more combat. Ugh. I think I'm just gonna defend because dagger throw would draw me into something. Yeah, I want both of those cards next turn most likely, so. Tori should reduce this to 1. Thank you, Tori. I appreciate it. Okay, so now we can just go all out offensive. We don't even need to use Survivor. We'll dagger throw to see while we draw. Okay, we'll just discard that. So, I mean, Concentrate, I think, is like a... If you have the cards to enable it, I think it's pretty good. But if you don't, it's like all the downsides of it prepared with none of the upsides, you know? It doesn't filter at all or anything, it's just kind of waste space. Thanks to dodge and roll, we will not take any damage here. And we should have this combat finished, please. That's so many dazes. At least they're not wounds. I will, shoutouts to the developers, at least they realized that this combat was utterly ridiculous and got rid of the wound mechanic from it. Because my goodness, was that just the worst thing in the world. Upgrade. It just increases its damage. I think we upgrade Dagger Spray. Alright, so Underhanded Strike is the kind of thing that you want with the with Concentrate, but 1,000 Cuts is just a carry card. Like, you can put it in basically anything and it'll just carry you to victory. Wow, quite the defensive hand here, huh? I think we want to take out the Slime first, because he's going to debuff us a bunch. I think my mistake in the past was playing too aggressively with the Silent. I think the Silent might be a more defensive character, in all honesty. Apply weak there. I really want to get damage in, but I also don't want to take any. I mean, I have Frail, so honestly, I'll just go on the offensive. As long as Frail exists, I believe he's going to give me a wound here. Yeah. So I'm starting to have had enough time with this game to kind of understand what every enemy is planning on doing. Which is nice, but I'm just going to do this and... yeah, whatever. It's good to kind of have a knowledge of everything. Tori is actually... I think I might underrate this relic. It's saving me a lot of damage. And obviously I'm just going to play out the defend because with 1,000 Cuts it is 1 damage at least. I mean, it's not, you know, 1 damage is nothing to write home about, but at least it is a damage. We need prepareds, we need something. Oh man, okay. I'll take an Underhanded Strike, because we do have the discard stuff to kind of enable it. Oh boy, try for loot. I'll do a 50-50. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's that combat that I said I really didn't want to face. They're all attacking. Wow. Play 1,000 Cuts and then defend. We're gonna use the Dex Potion here because this is an elite fight and we have a boss fight coming up. So, as little damage as we can take would be absolutely lovely. We may just straight up die here though. I'm not sure. So the one with the least HP is the one in the back, so let's start getting to work on that guy. Thousand Cuts doing its thing. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. The first boss, unless we get something really, really good from these guys, we're in a very bad spot. And I hate the fact that I'm just gonna play these out just to trigger 1000 Cuts. I mean, it's like 2 extra damage, but hey, 2 extra damage could come in. That dog. My goodness, what is he on about today? I apologize for the dog as always. He is just on something right now. Dagger throw to see what we get. Actually not terrible. Does defend us fully from both attacks, and we're looking like we're gonna come out of this ahead. Lovely. I don't know, this panache, oh my goodness, pear is actually such a good pickup if we can stay alive. I think Predator can be really good, because if we can get more cards that discard that we want to discard, with Concentrate we can actually enable Predator, which is rare. I don't typically have decks that enable Predator, because it's a very expensive card. And drawing extra cards if you don't have the energy is just kind of, you know, it's kind of just a waste, right? Neutralize him. I think we want to just put in the damage while we can. I believe he debuffs you with... Is this the wound, or is this... No, this is the card draw reduction, that's correct, yeah. And now he's going to start getting ready for his big attack, so we need to put in as much damage as humanly possible before he slime crushes, which should be the next turn. And our weakened is going to fall off on the same turn, which is awful. Man. So this is technically 1 more damage. We're gonna have to block potion here. It actually might be the same amount of damage, come to think of it, because of 1000 Cuts. I'm not sure. So this fight's getting pretty bad right now. This draw reduction is just awful. We don't have enough with 1000 Cuts to split him just yet, but we're getting close. Next turn, if we draw a lot of offensive cards, well, draw reduction, we can actually do, wow, okay. So he's gonna split and they're gonna have a whole lot of HP, which really sucks for me. I wish they had not, I wish I had been able to split him and do a lot more damage than that, but... Okay, so this one frails you, this one does not. I think we want to get rid of the one that frails us first. Once again, not enough to split him before he can actually get his frail off. Yeah, we're in a bad spot here, that's for sure. Predator could be good, but we're gonna take a lot of damage. Well, we're shuffling back in Concentrate, so it's possible the Predator will actually put in some good work for us. And we're getting them down to, the split's down to 15 HP. I could have played Concentrate there for 1 more damage. That was, I mean, it's 1 damage. Which is technically 2 because he splits, but semantics, I guess. Okay. So definitely discard this wound card. Do we just have to just full out defend here? That doesn't seem right. This guy splits at 31, 32, so we'd have to deal more damage than we can. Can we kill this guy? No. 7 damage, 5 damage, it's only 12. And we're taking 19, so we definitely have to defend. As much as I hate doing this. Taking 19, we currently have 22 HP. Oh, it's just too risky to not full block as much as possible here. I think if we can make it through this combat, through this boss fight, we're in a decent spot, but we really need to pick up some cards that our deck is built for to enable things that we're attempting to do right now. 16, that's so bad. Can I split him? I think I can. Question is, can I get away with this Predator? I think I can, although it's going to be very, very difficult. So if I Predator him, he should split, which interrupts his attack, which basically gives me 12 block, and then I dodge and roll to prevent this from just outright killing me. This combat's gone sideways really quickly, I think. Thank you, Tori, for preventing a little bit more damage. Those things have 25 on the split. That's just awful. Okay. I think that we can concentrate here pretty easily. Do that. It doesn't really actually save us very much. But thankfully we do actually live. What do we draw? I believe... Wait, what? Oh, Panache! Panache, you are correct, yes. This turn, your next skill is played twice. That might be worth it. Grand Finale... seems loose. I think Burst is what we want if we're going for Panache kills. I think, but we need to get like draw discard stuff. But I think Burst is what we want. So I'm actually shocked that we got through that combat. Man, Orrery is bad. I think Astrolabe is just, you can't skip adding the cards is the problem with Orrery. Orrery could give us what we need. Astrolabe could also give us what we need. And Eternal Feather is good for incremental healing. I think we actually want the Eternal Feather. Because you need healing, and I don't want to be spending all of my campfires on just resting for healing. So let me see this path here. Go down to here, we got 2 question marks, a campfire, and then an elite. Combat, chest, campfire, question mark, campfire. We're not going to get a merchant if we do that, though. We go this way. Which gives us, we miss a campfire, but we get a merchant right after an elite fight. I think that's fine. I hate you, Chosen. Alright, so start off by playing as many powers as we can. And then just deal damage to him. I completely forgot about Panache for the math on that last boss fight, but that's fine. I mean, we have a lot of max HP, which is really, really nice. I don't think the 1 damage is worth having a daze thrown into my deck. I'll be vulnerable, so that's right. Oof. I mean, this is just, it's extra damage. Basically, is what that comes down to. Is this weakened or frail? Or, oh yeah, it's the weakened and he buffs himself, yeah. This guy is an absolute jerk. Okay, I mean, it's gonna give me a lot of dazes, but it's what you need to live. So there you go. It does also give us a nice little buffer of having 12 more block next turn, which is also very nice. Let's see here. Concentrate. Probably not what we want to be looking for here. Let's see what dagger throw gives us. Okay. Yeah, you see the dodge and roll gave us the ability to have all that extra defense for this turn, so we didn't even have to use any block cards. I mean, we didn't draw any attack cards that were really worth using, but what are you gonna do, right? Yeah, I think the Silent is just like a slow, steady type deck. You know, you get in damage where you can, but mostly you're trying to keep yourself alive, which is just a pain. Sometimes. I'm gonna take so much damage here. Actually, I'm not. I'm just gonna use this potion to get out of this combat. Swift potion's good. Come on, dude, you can't do this to me. I need prepareds, please. This dog is going to just be the death of me, dude. Remove a card from my deck. Yeah, I think I could get behind that. Or upgrade all strikes and defends. I think that the upgrade, like because it's 9 cards worth of upgrades. Yeah, maybe they're not the most optimal cards to upgrade, but kind of hard to argue with 9 cards worth of upgrades. The burbs. Hello, burbs. I think that 8, is that enough? I kind of want to just... This dog is just... I don't know what he is up to today. I'm very sorry. The upgrading of the defense was good because we obviously have a lot of defense now. Man, I want to play 1000 Cuts so badly, but I think Dagger Spray is the right option here. I think what you do is you Dagger Spray to get them all like down to the 1 flight, and then you take out the one that's doing the most damage. And then probably just dodge and roll to keep yourself healthy. Because that prevents 10 damage. And also, like, gets them all slightly lower. Sadly, flight resets every single turn, but at least one of them is out of the air. Neutralize him, brings him down to just doing 5. We don't even need to defend. Which, I mean, we do, but kind of stinks that we don't have 1000 Cuts up just yet. What are you gonna do about it, right? The other option I think was much better. Prevented a lot more damage. Maybe we get a turn where they're all buffing and we can play 1000 Cuts, or maybe we just get a turn like this. He's gonna try and fly up again. Okay. As much as it pains me, I think that's 1000 Cuts. I could try and Swift Potion into Concentrate to be able to knock them out of the air, but that seems loose, so I'm gonna not do it. Because the odds of drawing, like, cards that we want to discard, cards that we want to use our energy on, in 3 cards out of 13 is just, the odds aren't in my favor for that. Okay. Sure. So this does, is it 7 or 8? I don't know how the reduction actually works. Now I definitely think it's okay to do this, because now we know for sure that we can do this. And that we have cards that we want to be discarding. Just take that guy out. It is 7, okay. Use a single block, strike this guy, and then 1 more block. And Panache triggers. Panache is not reduced by flight. I guess it's not considered attack damage. That was a pretty good turn, though. Still not getting any draw discard cards. Like, Noxious Fumes is just like a decent card to have, but it doesn't really fit with what we're doing, I don't think. I guess it is, like, good solid incremental damage while we just sit there and defend, so I'll take it. Choose one of 20 cards to add to your deck. I'm gonna do this because the odds of it having something I actually need are fairly good. Yeah, there you go. We need prepared to filter through this nonsense of a deck. I hate Snake Plant. I've said it before. I will say it again. Snake Plant is awful. So, what do we do here? Let me think. Start with prepared. Okay. We're not striking. That's for sure. I think what we do is we can... We want a predator, so we're going to concentrate and discard... Defend, defend. Then we predator. And then we burst, dodge, and roll. Bursting defend would have given us more block for this turn, but this gives us more block for the next turn, which I believe he attacks on the second turn. But does he debuff? He debuffs. Well, that was stupid of me. Do we have anything that we like don't want to draw into? No. Plus we have things that we... Hello? Game? Plus we have things that we do want to draw into. Okay. Yeah, Panache is fine. And then I guess we just kind of play out our hand. I mean, gonna take a whole lot of damage here. I'm not stoked about it. Thankfully, it's all 5 damage, so Tori does actually save us a whole lot of life. Alright, prepared. Yeah, get rid of a strike. Then I think you defend, strike, survivor. If we can get more prepareds and more of the things that want to be discarded, Panache is going to become really good in our deck. Concentrate and discard these 2. I mean, I guess it didn't really matter. We could have just Predator, Dagger Sprayed, and he would have died anyways. Please give me ways to... So we want the Merchant who's way over here. Take the Campfire before the Elite fight. We're at 40 HP. What would we be upgrading? Like, prepared? 1,000 cuts, maybe? Probably just prepared. Is that better than just rest? I think we need to rest. We have an energy potion to fall back on if things go kind of side... Oh boy. If things go sideways. I just burst the defend? Does this count twice for Panache? It does! Wow. That's actually quite nice. So, burst is actually a lot better than I thought with Panache. I thought it was just like kind of a nice value card to have, but it's actually quite good. So if we dodge and roll, we get some more block next turn. I think we want to... Nah, this can't be an energy potion turn, can it? I want to dodge and roll, but it doesn't give me enough to prevent all the damage right here. I guess if we do this, we trigger Panache, so it is extra damage with Panache and 1,000 cuts, so I'll do it. I wish one of those defense had been a burst for dodge and roll, but what are you gonna do? So we could draw an underhanded strike, which would make this really good. Let's try for it. Nope. Just gonna defend twice to make sure we stay alive. I think with this guy, we do want to kill him quickly, because if we don't, he'll just keep doing more damage. But at the same time, we can't really just be taking a bunch of damage. because that just adds wounds to our deck, and then every time we get a wound, it makes it even harder for us to live. Because our draws become really, really bad. Alright, what do you got for me prepared? That's, I mean, not really what I'm looking for. That's actually pretty good. Like, really, really good. And then we trigger Panache, because we finally have Prepareds. Yeah, we just need more Prepareds, maybe some Acrobatics if possible. Some more ways to gain energy, and then this Panache is just going to be all of our damage, basically. Doing 20 damage, huh? I mean, this is, I guess, just extra damage. There you go. This hit's gonna be really bad. Yeah. Thankfully, Tori reduces it by a lot, but the wounds is really what I'm worried about. Not the actual damage. Alright, dodge and roll, defend, and then strike. Still gonna take a big chunk. We're slowly whittling him down, but I'd really prefer to be going faster. And not be taking this much damage. Although I think with Tori we should only be taking 1 damage here. Yeah. 1 damage is enough to be a wound, though. Not enough to trigger well, actually, no, we can trigger Panache and end this fight right now. Thank you, Concentrate, for costing 0. Frozen Egg, choose an upgrade of power. 1,000 Cuts is definitely the upgrade there. Caltrops. I mean, it does do damage while we just sit back and defend, so. Upgrade a card, obtain a relic. We're going to a merchant, but it's after an elite fight, so we'll try and just not get cursed. Definitely want to upgrade prepared, and we didn't get cursed. That is swell. Something good. You can no longer become weakened. Actually, a pretty good relic, I think. Purple Fire Spirits. Yes, I would basically like to use this to remove a card from my deck. Question is, what do I want to remove? Man, I think a defend? Is survivor better than defend? No, we already have ways to be discarding cards that we want to actually use. So I think survivor's just a bad card. They're just going to be disappointed, but it's removal of a card, so they can be as disappointed as they want to, dude. This makes you take a bunch of damage, but sometimes the tome is actually worth it. How much damage do you actually take? It's 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 10, so it's 20 life. I'm trying to remember what the elites on the second floor are. We'll read. Oh, it's 1, then 2, then 3, so it's only 16. Okay. Enchiridion, if I pronounced that right, I believe, is actually a really good one. Wow, thanks. It's just what I always wanted. I'm gonna take so much damage here. What do you got for me, Dagger Throw? Wow, buddy. Holy crap. Am I actually just straight up dead here? I very well could be. 25, 32. I'm not just dead, but yeah, it ain't great. It ain't great. I probably should have just poison potioned this guy for the extra damage. I don't know. He gives me a wound. I'm afraid of this guy the most because of the web that he's about to do to me. I actually might want to keep concentrate. Maybe... No, I don't think I need to keep concentrate. So, I'm planning on... I think actually I need to do this. I need to do burst defend, and then defend again to trigger panache. Yeah. We're gonna get webbed, which is gonna suck. It means we can't attack next turn. Thank you, Ginger, for making us immune to that. I really need defensive cards, please. Okay. I mean, those are defensive cards. Is it enough to keep me alive? I think the answer is no. We're taking 32 and we only have 29 block. I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Unless I have done my math incorrectly, which I have not. We're just dead. Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoy this, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment with, I guess, is the defensive version of the Slayer better or worse? I mean, it's slower, obviously, which stinks, but I think I play at a decent pace, decent enough pace, and I know my way around deck building games, I think, enough to play not suboptimally while playing fast. And subscribe for more if you want to in the future, and I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Goodbye.